So I was scrolling on TikTok and I actually ended up getting one of the most funniest TikToks I've seen in a minute. And I'm not sure what made it so funny to me, but it's kind of inspiring this video. And you can see from the title and most likely the thumbnail that this video is kind of about the Rell community, or more importantly, the fact that people are starting to already give up on it. So if you look on my screen right now, you can actually see this TikTok from Minding Frog number 2 was made 6 days ago. And it's genuinely like so funny. I'm actually gonna play it on the screen right now and then I'll just talk about it after.
Next, they took us to a computer lab where students were using the internet. And your first thought is, okay, this looks like any lab at a university back home. But then it dawns on you that it's completely silent. No one is doing anything. There was no typing, no mouse clicking, nothing. We saw one guy looking at the Google homepage, but he wasn't searching for anything. He was just staring blankly at the screen.
I'm gonna be so honest with you, like the part when it's talking about the dude just staring at the Google screen actually was frying me. But this video is mainly gonna be focused on basically people not really caring or kind of giving up on Rell. I want to ask this at the start of the video for the people who are watching. What are your genuine thoughts on the game taking this long to release? I know that there has been a lot of mixed signals about it, and I'm kind of going to go into that inside this video, but I specifically want to know your thoughts, not being influenced by any content creators, what you think. And furthermore, to talk about this TikTok itself, because this has 76,000 likes, it was made 6 days ago, the comments are also just frying the game. Somebody said, gave up on Rell when I kept getting pinged that it was a developer's birthday. Other person said Rell right now, and it's an image of, I guess, like a short story from SpongeBob. Some dude said he could have made it by himself by now. Not true. And then I remember watching the Rell trailer in the waiting room of a hospital when my grandma had a stroke. She's now recovered and is back to living on her own. I don't even know how to reply to that one, but just in general, people are just doubting Rell. And then this comment specifically also kind of stood out to me because I'm not sure if it's true, but somebody said Rell is low-key never getting released. The owner fired like 60 people working on the game, leaving only a handful left, and then complained that they're a small team and not able to work on it faster. The game still needs to be balanced with over 30 fruits still needing work done, and there has been no playtest or mention of any recent playtesting. Both of these need to be done before we can expect a release date, and with such a small team, it's either going to be years before it releases or the devs will come out and apologize and reveal they're never releasing the game and can't finish it. So I'm kind of just going to talk in general. I don't want this to be a video talking about, oh, Rell is going to release soon. I just want to talk about the community and all of the doubt that's going around based on the game right now. So I'm just going to start with this comment. Okay, I also don't want to make it seem like I'm like a superhero from Rell or anything, so don't put me in that position as well. But for this comment, the Rell brothers, whatever they work on, like any game that they work on is basically a passion project for them. I'm not sure if most people have been around on the platform. Well, most people have played this game, but Shinobi Life 2 was also a really popular game that was getting sneaked and hyped up, and the game actually ended up releasing. And it kind of goes against this person's comment saying that the devs will come out and apologize and reveal that they're never releasing the game and can't finish it. That's not like the Rell brothers. Like, for them to do that, I genuinely would probably bet money that they wouldn't do it. And I don't even like gambling, but Rell the game is definitely going to come out. Although them talking about 60 developers and stuff kind of being fired, I'm not sure how true that is. I know that the Rell brothers, I mean, they're brothers, so they definitely work at like their own rate, and they do want things to be inside like their own vision. I remember seeing somewhere that they did say that they don't want to continue polishing the game because they feel like they can constantly update this game forever and try to perfect it. They also want to just focus on getting the game out, and then they want to go down the line and kind of work on things after that. Yeah, it was actually one of the last messages that they did, which is in 2025. They said, we don't plan to release a perfect version of Rell. It will be set back way too far. It will be a stable version that will get regular updates. We'll then work on making it near perfection. And they specifically also said that they don't want to slop out and release a linear progression, being C1, then releasing C2, and so forth. So although the game has been getting pushed back, to also continue breaking down this comment, this person said that the game still has 30 fruits that need work done, and it also has no playtest or mention of any testing. So I think that the testing part of this comment is also kind of true. The developers did say that before they actually end up releasing this game, they want to do closed community testing. So I'm pretty sure that's just going to be a way to get in like a huge good amount of players, and then following that they kind of want to release the game after. I think this is really just to like see how players would handle a huge load of people, because to be honest with you, Rell sees when the game eventually does release, there's going to be so much people on it. I feel like this game will kind of just be like their second Shinobi Life 2, if not larger, because One Piece kind of just has more motion than Naruto, to me personally. So yeah, but the one thing that this video is actually about is how the community is kind of giving up on it. This TikTok has gotten really popular. 76,000 likes is a lot, and almost every single comment is kind of just people doubting the game. Like, it's just people kind of doubting the game. So I said, became a developer and now work on front page games since Rell C's movie 2. It's like everybody's kind of just slandering it, and you know, it's kind of the most popular thing to do. And also, if you just think about it, this game has been getting teased for a really long time. So I'm not sure when the game actually ended up getting teased for the first time, but my first video on it was March 3rd of 2023. And you can actually see some of these comments. There was somebody who said, looks too good to be true, and they said, I just hope they are the first One Piece game to give OP justice. It is a lot of people just really hyped for this game, and I don't blame them. When you saw this sneak for the first time in 2023, most of the, I'm gonna be honest, the most recent years for like Roblox anime have just been completely bad. So seeing a game like this kind of pop up out of nowhere is just actually kind of crazy. Some people are still saying, when will it release, bro? 2 years ago. And kind of since then, I feel like Rell C's has been going up and down, just community wise. There have been people complaining multiple times on when the game will release, so the game's not going to release. Like, there has been a lot of stuff like that. But now this is kind of leading to the comments on my most recent video, and I feel like it's also following the same stuff from that TikTok. One of the things, I mean, the top comment with 38 likes is, bro, can the game just come out? Somebody said, I feel like Rell C's will be kind of like witnessing Deep Oak in 2022, but in 2025. And then the comment first replying to that is, nigga, Rell C's ain't coming out. And then someone said, oh yeah, sorry, I meant 2026. Looking on the comments for the most recent Curb Bros video, you can actually see it even more. Can't wait for Rell C's in 2048. Like a starving child being fed breadcrumbs. They're giving us trailers to the goddamn trailer. I remember when this is supposed to drop this month. We low-key might get GTA 6 before Rell C's. Maybe Rell C's is just the movie and not a game. That's probably the best comment there. That's actually fun. Imagine if Rell C's is just like a huge Roblox movie and not an actual game. And then another comment saying it gets to a point where you're done waiting. Yeah, honestly, since 2023, it is currently 2026. The waiting for Rell C's is very long, and I kind of don't blame the community for this, but I also like to think that, I mean, the Career Bros, the games that they've made in the past were actually like amazing. And you can even see from the most recent sneaks, the sneaks that are playing in the background of this video, the game now compared to the old sneaks, which have also been playing inside the background of this video, it just looks 10 million times better. Even though all these comments are kind of bashing the game and kind of saying that it's not going to come out, I feel like some of it is humor, and then the other half is genuinely like how people feel about the game. I would say though that probably 80% of the player base is just done waiting, just absolutely done waiting. And when you get videos hyping it up, sorry, when you get videos hyping it up, it only makes it worse. So yeah, I have this other TikTok that's also kind of talking about Rell C's. This was posted when they first made their like kind of talking to you video. So basically this is new, and somebody said, can't wait for my great grandson to play this game. This feels less One Piece or more like a generic fantasy game in my opinion. That could be a whole nother video. All of this just to end up getting ruined by some ex-players, and somebody said trailer for a trailer, which is still probably really funny. But yeah, like I said at the start of the video, I want to know your genuine thoughts on, how do you feel currently about Rell C's? This video is kind of just for me to gauge how the community is feeling, and to also kind of not just hype up the game and be like, oh, if you look at this sneak, the game is going to be so good. Because like, to be frank with you, it's really boring, and I'm kind of just bored of it. I don't think it's that. I think it's soft. I'll be honest. I feel like, you know what, nobody really cares. If you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and have a nice day.